Hi, I'm Anjali. I'm one of the Bharatanatyam instructors.
And your pronoun?
And my pronouns are she, her. Thank you, Jack.
I'm Anita. I'm another, hearing echoing. Okay.
That's me.
Okay.
Is it gone now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Whew.
I'm another Bharatanatyam instructor, and I use the pronoun she, hers.
Hi, I'm Shruti. I'm of the Bharatanatyam instructor, and I use the pronoun she, her.
I'm Jackie. I'm a ballet instructor, and I use the pronoun she, her.
I'm Kristen, ballet, she, her. Just some reminders is to leave your video on mute if you don't have a question. You're free to ask questions at any point, and we will tell you who to pin for who to watch, and you pin by double tapping that person's screen. Any others?
Nope, I think we're good.
No, sounds good. So we are going to start with ballet today. So I recommend putting on some socks, which will be really helpful when we do battement tendus, because then you can really slide your foot along the floor. Let's just so quickly go through the leg and the arm positions. Like we're just literally going to run through them so you can see them again. If you're new today and want to get a better description, you can go back into the YouTube videos and click on like one of the first 2 sessions. So let's do the arms first. We're going to touch the first knuckle of our middle finger to the tip of our thumb. That'll help to train our hand into like the natural ballet hand that you see with ballerinas. And then you're going to take your hands a little ways away from your legs in a nice rounded position like you can see for Jackie. And this is called preparatory. We can bring them up to first. We can bring our hands out to second. We can go around the globe up to third. Then we can bring them down through first, back down to preparatory. And then for the feet, we'll put our feet in 6th position or parallel, where we have our heels and our toes touching. And on the count of 3, we're going to snap our toes out to a comfortable turned out first position. 1, 2, 3, snap. So this is first position. We can point a toe, drop the heel into second, point the toe, bring it through first, halfway across the standing leg into third, rarely used. Point your toe forward, drop the heel into 4th position, point the toe again, bring it into 5th position. So those feet can be done with the right or the left foot in front. And again, go back to the YouTube videos if you would like a more detailed understanding. So we will start with some pliés. If this is your first time today, I recommend that you do the pliés in the parallel 6th position. If you're feeling up for the challenge, go ahead and take your feet into that first position with your toes out. We'll do pliés in 1st position and in 2nd position. How about we do a simple exercise? Let's do maybe like 4 pliés and 2 grand pliés in 1st, and 4 pliés and 2 grand pliés in 2nd. How's that sound, Jackie?
Yep, sounds good.
We can get a whole bunch of practice in.
So we can keep our arms in second, or you can put them on your hips if that's helpful. Sometimes it helps you remember your alignment. Second is good for balance too. So we'll do 1, 2, up 3, 4, down 5, 6, up 7, 8. 1, 2, up 3, 4, 5, 6, up 7, 8. Then we'll do 2 ground pliés. 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we kind of cheat that last one. Tendu second, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll do ground plié 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cheated into first. Okay, just follow along. If you're a little lost, We have a lot of repetition.
Yeah, and just a reminder, the difference between a plie and a grand plie in first position is that your heels come off the floor for the grand plie in first. You do not sit. See how Jackie never goes fully down? But then for second position, your heels stay on the floor and you just drop down as far as you can go without sacrificing any of the posture in your body. You see how Jackie stays a totally straight line from her bottom up to her head, no matter what she does. Let's try it.
And if you remember from last week, if you were here last week, we can do the preparatory of bringing our arms out. If you weren't, feel free to just follow along or bring your arms out whenever you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Demi, 1, 2, up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tendu second. Demi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grand plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tendu first. And breathe.
Woo! That looks really nice for those of you that are sharing your video. And I see that Tasnia is on too. Welcome, Tasnia. All right, so now we will do Batma Tendu San, often just nicknamed Tendu. So again, if this is your first time, I recommend doing it in that parallel sixth position. Sometimes it's called jazz fifth as well. It's got lots of names. If you're comfortable, you can do them in first position. So the biggest reminder for tendus is that you want to be showing off that gem on your heel to the front where the audience is at all times. Ballet is a very performance-oriented art form. You are always assuming that you're doing this on a stage for a performance. And you want to be sliding your toe in and out. Your foot wants to stay on the floor for as long as it can until it gets fully pointed, and then you have no weight on it and it wants to come in as quick as you, or wants to reconnect with the floor as fast as possible. So let's do some tendus. Let's do them so slow like we did last week. Do you remember what exercise we did do last week for the tendus, Jackie?
No, but I can make one up right now.
Yeah, I think we just like went out for 4 counts and in for 4 counts or something. We did it en croix. So we went forward, side, back, side.
Okay.
That sounds good again for today.
Yeah, so let's do 2 tendus, 4 counts en croix, so in a cross position, front side, back side, and then we'll do it on the left. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll be slower than that. Front, side, back, side, left, front, side, back, side. Again, feel free to either put your hands on your hips so you can make sure that your hips are staying as stable as possible. It's okay, they'll probably wiggle a little bit. I don't mind but trying to do that. Or you can put them out in second, which really helps for balance and helps you kind of work on that upper body strength as well. All right, and then again, if you know the preparatory, we can do that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendu 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax.
Woo! Whose arms are tired besides mine? Yeah, that was a burner.
Oh yeah.
So we will do a brand new step today. So again, we are going through the ballet bar exercises. So any ballet class you ever take will always start with pliés, then they'll do tendus and move on from there. So now we are going to do battement tendu jeté. So what we did previously was battement tendu san, meaning simple. Now we're going to do battement tendu jeté, which means to, Jackie?
Throw. To
To
throw.
throw.
Or toss.
I need my little cheat sheet to remember. So for this one, the leg, it's often also referred to as dégagé, which means to disengage. So we are going to take the working foot off the floor. So to practice this today, let's take 2 counts to get into a battement tendu san. Let's freeze there for 2 counts. And then we are going to continue to raise that working foot to 45 degrees. Does that make sense? See how her leg is it's like a 45-degree angle between her legs once she lifts it? We are gonna lift it to that height, again showing off that gem, again rotating from the hip, again keeping the rest of your body totally straight from the head down to your foot. We'll hold it there for 2 counts. Then we'll bring it back down to a tendu position, hold for 2 counts, and then bring it in. So eventually this will be one smooth movement, but to practice for today, we will break it apart into those 2 separate steps so we can work on the disengage part. So a little note for ballet exercises is you always want to fill out the entire music. So for the last exercise that we did, even though it was so agonizingly slow and we had those 4 counts for one battement tendu san, the goal is to use every single bit of music unless you've been told to hold. So for the case of this exercise, you will use every bit of the 2 counts to go out into the tendu, and then you will hold. And then you will use every bit of the 2 counts to slowly raise to the 45-degree position. Then you will hold. And then again down slowly, hold, bring it in slowly for the 2 counts, hold. So that's just a little thing to note for ballet exercises. Shall we do it?
Yes. So just a quick recap. We'll go out 1, 2, hold 3, 4, up 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, in 5, 6, hold 7, 8. Then we'll go to the side and the back and the side, and then we'll do the left side, front, side, back, side. Again, feel free to put your hands on your hips or out in second.
And if you start with your arms out in second, but it's like your arms are just burning and you can't hold the proper position, I like to go ahead and then bring them down to my hips if I feel like I'm sacrificing the form of the arms. And again, we want the shoulders higher than the elbows higher than the wrists higher than the fingers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tandu 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tandu 1, 2, hold 3, 4, bring it up 5, 6, hold 7, 8, bring it down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, bring it in 5, 6, hold 7, side, 1, 2, hold 3, 4, up 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, back, 1, 2, hold 3, 4, lift it 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, in 5, 6, 7, side, 1, 2, hold 3, 4, lift it 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, bring it in 5, 6, left side.
Can we pause for a moment? Let's pause here for 1 moment. And I want everyone to think about the jeté to the side. A really common thing I'm seeing is that we're attempting to bring the jeté like as if we're in a toaster. You know what I mean? Like we're attempting to bring our foot in line with our body. And what that's doing is it's causing everyone to rotate the foot. We're losing our turnout. And turnout is everything in ballet. So instead of letting the foot kind of drop down and losing that turnout, keep the foot in front of the body. So you are not in a toaster. Eventually, like the goal for like professional ballerinas is to do it as if you are in a toaster, but you will not be able to get there unless you bring that foot forward and keep it turned out. So that turnout is everything. And from that turnout, then you start to move the foot back, if that makes sense. So without the leg staying turned out, you cannot move it further back in line with your body. So everyone, like, I'll work on how better to explain this, but like be okay with your foot being in front of you, even in that side position. Yeah, let's do the left and see if that explanation helped at all.
Yeah,
and if not, I'll keep working.
Yeah, I think one way you can look at it is when you're in your first position, like you never want to force your first position. So if you notice, like my first position is not like this, there's a little bit of an angle to it. So when you're doing your tendus and dégagés, it should go out from that angle. It's not breaking that line. So it's going right where, it's following right where your toes were already pointed. And so then when you're bringing your leg up in that dégagé, I even think about trying to twist my heel forward more.
Mm-hmm.
You're not thinking about pulling it back. That's going to come as you're thinking of twisting your heel towards your laptop or phone.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I think, Divya, did you just join? Welcome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, let's do the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tandu 1, 2, hold 3, 4, raise it 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, in 5, 6, hold 7, side 1, 2, hold 3, 4, lift it 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, in 5, 6, to the back, 1, 2, hold 3, 4, lift it 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, bring it in 5, 6, hold 7, side, 1, 2, hold 3, 4, lift it 5, 6, hold 7, 8, down 1, 2, hold 3, 4, bring it in 5, 6, 7, and breathe.
Ooh, nice. That looked better. That looked good. We still have a few more minutes, so let's go ahead and just do a quick introduction of the next exercise. There's a lot of similarities between the Battement Tendu San, we did the Battement Tendu Jeté, and now we're gonna add the Battement Tendu Piqué, which means to prick, is that correct?
Correct.
To prick or to poke. Got that one. So for the piqué, we are going to take our foot out into the Battement Tendu Jeté position. So up, we're going to hold it in that 45 position. And then the piqué is a really quick poke on the ground. And it's meant to be done very staccato. It's meant to be done as if the ground is on fire. And if you don't do it very, very quickly, you're going to burn your toe. And see how the rest of Jackie's body, nothing moves. The only thing moving is her leg. So that's the goal of the piqué. So why don't we go ahead and do maybe a really quick exercise. Let's combine maybe the Battement Tendu Jetés with a couple of piqués. Again, we'll do them very, very slow, which is how we often start ballet. So let's do let's just kind of speed up what we just did. So we go into a Battement Tendu San in 1 count, hold for 2, bring it up 3, hold for 4, and then let's maybe do 5 piqué, hold 6, 7 piqué, and then bring it in 8. And then we'll do that side back. Does that exercise work, Jackie?
Yeah, can you say it one more time?
Yeah, so we'll bring our foot out into tendu 1, hold 2, bring it up into a jeté 3, hold 4, we'll prick 5, hold 6, prick 7, bring the foot back to first on 8, so that then you are ready to go in the new direction.
Perfect.
And then we can work on the piqué for the first time here.
Great, so we will do that again on croix in a cross position, front, side, back, side, and we'll do the left side, front, side, back, side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendu 1, hold 2, up 3, hold 4, prick 5, hold 6, prick 7, close 8. Tendu 1, hold 2, out 3, hold 4, prick 5, hold 6, prick 7, close 8. Tendu back, hold 2 and out. 4, prick 5, 6, prick 7, close 8. Side 1, hold 2, out 3, hold 4, prick 5, hold 6, prick 7, close 8. To left side. 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendu 1, hold 2, take 3, hold 4, prick 5, hold 6, prick 7, close 8. Tendu side. 2, out 3, hold 4, prick 5, hold 6, prick 7, close 8. And back. Hold 2, up 3, hold 4, prick 5, hold 6, prick 7, close 8. And side, 2, 3, 4, crick, 5, 6, crick, 7, close, 8. And
Woo! That was a hard exercise for me. So
Same here.
Good work to those joined and new. All right, I think it's a good time to end with our reverence, which is where we pay respect to kind of each other and the dance and everything.
So again, if you've been with us the last few weeks, this will hopefully start to become a little bit more familiar. If you haven't, just follow along and come back next week and you'll be a little bit better. So we're going to start with our leg in B+, which is kind of like a tendu, but the knees are together. Again, showing off that jewel to the front. And then we're going to bring our arms out to second. We step across, bring the left leg down, and we curtsy. And then we do it again to the left and curtsy. And then we'll do the bows. So we put the right foot in a dig, and we go step across, bring the arm up, dig the left foot, bow, and then do the left arm out, keep it to the side, dig the right foot, bow. Yay!
Yeah, and then we can clap for each other. So those two different reverences, one is, the first one is traditionally done by like the female with the curtsies. And the second one is traditionally done by a man with the bows. But we do them both so everyone can choose which one they would rather do. And there's a lot more crossover in ballet, like more contemporary styles than there used to be. It used to be a very gendered art form.
Yeah.
But it's changing.
And yes, and now I think there's a lot of crossing of the two genders because we are realizing that, you know, it's 2020 and that's outdated.
All right, and then we'll pass it over to Anjali and Anita and Shruti.
Thanks, Kristen and Jackie. Okay, so you guys can pin me, and I think the spotlight should be on me as well. Before we get started, so we will start third class. We'll start kind of with the same, which was Namaskaram, and then we'll do a Nade. Anita and Shruti, anything you guys want to add in before we get started?
No, I'm good. I think we're good.
Okay, so just to review, this is the third class, so we're going to review one more time today. We'll run through it, and then we'll actually do it for real. So Namaskaram, we start with both of our hands in this mudra, which is your pointer finger and your middle finger connected to your thumb, and your ring finger and your pinky up. And same, you're going to mirror it on the other side, and they're both going to be at chest level. So you're going to stamp on your right, you're going to stamp on your left. Your hands are going to turn into this thumbs up mudra. Again, this term mudra we will go into later. And you're going to go around your shoulder, and you're going to come down into Mudamandi. You're going to touch the ground. For right now, you can just touch the ground. You're going to touch your eyes. You're going to go around with your hand in this palm on both sides. You're going to go around. You can look at your hand if you wish. If not comfortable, that's okay too. You're going to keep it here for a beat. You're going to keep it at your forehead for a beat. And you're going to keep it back at chest level for one beat. And then you're going to get up. If this is your first class with us, you can go back to previous videos and we broke it down a little bit more, but if not, try to follow on today as best as you can, okay? So we'll start. Before anything we do, we will say, Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatum, and that's basically kind of a prep for you. And then I will say, takadimi takajanu, which is your count. So try to follow on as best as possible, okay? Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatum, takadimi takajanu, 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 ta. Okay, good. And I didn't mention it, but we have in previous weeks. Namaskaram is basically an offering that we do at the beginning and the end of class And so as we start doing it more, you'll have more practice. So we will start like we did last week with nare. So nare means to walk. Again, just quick review, we'll breeze through it. Basically when you're walking, you want to fold your leg back and you want to step with your heel first and then onto your toes. And this foot naturally rises as well. And same heel to toe. You want to give a little bit of a spring to your step so you're not just walking like this. There's a little bit of a bounce, so you should see my level change, not in a very dramatic or exaggerated way, but in just a very light kind of way, so it kind of keeps you light on your feet. Think of it that way, I think. Okay, so to do this exercise, find a corner in the back of your space. I choose to go in a zigzag pattern to give myself more room, but if you'd like to walk from the back forward, you may as well, okay? And we're gonna go with a very slow speed for first speed, and I will say the same intro before the takademi one more time, okay? So in 3, Dalangu takademi takadadinginatum, takademi takajanu, 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 takademi done. Good. Okay, another thing that I forgot to mention is during this exercise, your hands will be behind your back. So you should make sure that your hands aren't seen. You don't want them peeking out on the sides. And that's applicable for anything we do when we keep our hands in this position going forward. And then similarly, you want to keep straight back. You want to keep your shoulders down. So you don't want to have any tension up here. You want to relax the shoulders. A tip for that I do myself is I sometimes roll my shoulders and then I drop them back. And it helps me and it reminds me that, you know, sometimes I have tension up here. So that's something as well. We're going to do that one more time and we're going to do it in second speed, so a little bit faster. If it's a little too fast for you, you can slow down as well. Just try to keep the technique as best as possible. Okay, so in 3, Dalangu takadimi takadadinginatum, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu. Takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi ta. Good. Again, the faster speeds, all you want to do is you just want to keep in mind to try to keep your technique and your posture and really pay attention to those things. This step isn't too difficult, as you can see, but really walking, the style of walking and the grace that you can put into it will really help you as we go further along into any of our steps. Okay, so we are going to start with aramundi. You're actually going to go ahead and you are going to pin Anita. I'll give everybody a second to do that. And then just want to make sure on the SAATH side is Anita pinned as well. Okay, well, we will.
I'm not able, oh, so you're on now.
Okay, cool. Trying to make sure.
Do that.
Okay. So you guys should be able to, no worries. Thank you, Seth. Just wanted to give it a minute there. Okay, so you guys should be able to see Anita. She'll wave at you. That is the person that you should be seeing if she is waving. Okay, good. So we will be doing aramundi. Aramundi is the posture that we did pass that when we did namaskaram. It is how we sit in majority of our steps. So how we stand first, if we have both of our feet together and our hands on our hips, this is called samam. And just a quick review again. Aramundi is, well, Anita can go into that position. You want to go into aramundi quick? Yeah, so your heels aren't exactly touching as we saw in ballet. They're actually a little bit further apart. You want to keep a really straight posture and have your knees out. You should feel the pressure in your quads and in your thighs versus your knees. You will feel the pressure in your knees if your knees come forward and you bend forward, you will feel pressure in your knees, and that you don't want to be feeling that. So you should really feel it in your quads more so, and maybe a little bit in your hips as well as you start to gain that flexibility and stamina. Hands are behind your back, same way as we did for nare. And your back is going to be straight, and you can keep your shoulders down for now. So that upper half of the body we just practiced. You want to try to sit as much as possible. If you find yourself getting up a little bit, just try to keep reminding yourself to sit as much as you can. If you think you're sitting enough, try to push past that a little bit, because you can always do a little bit more. Okay, so that's called aramundi. Third is mudra. Mudra is all the way down to the ground. So you can see Anita, she did not move her feet. Her feet stayed in the exact same position, and she pushed herself all the way down. You really want to keep those knees out again. The minute the knees come forward is where you're really going to feel it in your knees. And to really practice that technique, one of the most important things is keeping your knees out, as well as back straight and hips tucked in as well. So if you can see, kind of again similar to ballet, a lot of the postures, you really want to keep your back straight. Okay, so we are going to just do an exercise where we go from one position to another through all three. Again, samam is standing, aramundi is the half sitting one, and mudra is all the way down to the ground. Okay, what we're going to try today is we're going to actually try transitioning between the three with the taka demi taka janu, instead of kind of pausing and having you go to the next one. Watch Anita once, and I'll say it very slow. And then kind of try to follow along with what I'm saying and what she is doing, okay? Similarly, also, you can keep your hands in front of you. I don't know if we did this in previous weeks, but you can keep your hands on your hips like we have been, or you can join your hands together in front of you. But while doing that, you just want to make sure that your shoulders don't rise. Okay, let's start with that. So in samam first. Dalangu takadimi takadadinginatum ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu. Hold ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu 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 ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu. Okay, let's try that one more time. If you already had joined along, great, we'll do it again. If not, and you were just watching once to get a feel of it, try it with us this time. Okay, as you can see, just to recap, basically, for one of the takademi, she used that to transition, and then for one of the takademi, she held in that position. Okay, let's start again. Dalangu takademi takadadinginatum ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu. Hold ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu. Hold ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu ta ka de mi ta ka ja nu. And hold there again. So we are going to move to second speed. Everyone did really well. I'm watching. Everyone got the flow of this one. We'll do it a little bit faster. Remember, when we increase the speed, just try to keep the technique and try to hold your posture as best as you can. Okay? One more time. Dalangu takadimi takadadinginatom takadimi takajanu takadimi takajanu takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu. Hold. Takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu, takadimi, takajanu. Okay, we are going to try this one more time in actually third speed. So I don't know if we did third speed last week. Third speed, it's not necessarily when you get into some of the faster steps, you would need to move in this type of a speed. You wouldn't necessarily be doing this step specifically, but this is just to give a little bit of work to your quads and to help you smoothly transition from one to another. So you might feel a little silly doing it. This is not an actual dance step, so it's okay if it looks a little silly, but still focus on the quads and keeping the knees turned out and back straight. Those 3 tips, okay? One more time and it'll be a little faster. Talangu takadimi takatadinginatom, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, down, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, takadimi down. Good. Okay. That was a little fast for everyone, but everyone got the hang of it. We are going to move on to tattaravu. So tatta means to stamp. And we started this last week, but we really barely got into it. You're going to keep still Anita pinned. She should still be pinned for you guys. So this one, we're actually going to be sitting in aramundi. It starts in aramundi. And you can see she's sitting like that. Tatta basically means to step. So this is the first aravu that you learn. An aravu is basically a sequence of steps, and they kind of come with maybe ranging from 3+ in one series. So here, all we're going to do is we're going to stamp with our right foot, and then we're going to stamp with our left foot. Okay, when you pick up the foot, you want to pick it up completely. You want to fold the leg in and stamp down, and you want to stamp down with purpose. While doing that, you don't want to teeter-totter from side to side. You want to keep your balance as straight as possible, like Anita is nicely showing you. You want to keep your hands on your hips for this one. We'll practice their hands on our hips. And then same thing goes with knees turned out, and you really want to feel it in your quads. The sholukata again, just as a reminder, is what we say, is actually for this one, teya, te. With teya, you're going to stamp on your right side, and with te, you're going to stamp on your left side. And this is the first one in the series. This is the first example of how you'll see a series build on top of each other. So the first one is very simple. It's just right, left, and so on, so forth. There will be a natural end. Anything else, Anita or Shruti, you guys want to add into this one?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Everyone just maybe give a thumbs up if you're feeling good so far. Cool. And those with the camera off, I feel the virtual thumbs up. So I'm going to continue. Okay. So we'll start again. This time we'll start in aramundi versus samam, which is your half sitting position. And I will say the thing that I say before we start. And we're going to do first speed, so pretty slow. Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatom te ya te te ya te te ya te te ya te. Again. Te ya te te ya te te ya te te ya te. Okay. We are going to move on to second speed. Before we do that, everyone do a self-check. Really make sure you're pushing yourself to sit even more than you're sitting right now. I can guarantee, I mean, everyone's a little small on the screen, but I can guarantee if you think you're sitting enough, just push a little bit extra than that. And everyone really try to keep your knees turned out. As it gets into faster speeds, it's really easy for those knees to come in. So you just want to focus on that. Okay, now we'll just make sure everyone's good to go again. So hands on your hips, and we'll start in aramundi. Okay. Dalangu takadimi takatadinginatom te ya te te ya te te ya te Te, ya, te. Again. Te, ya, te. Te, ya, te. Te, ya, te. Te, ya, te. Okay, we're gonna do second one more time for practice. Just overall, what I'm noticing is, notice how Anita's hands are, even though she's keeping her back straight and her shoulders down, her elbows aren't being pushed back. So there's kind of, if you push your elbows back too much, it kind of feels like a chicken. If you don't want your chest out and your elbows back, you want your chest and your elbows to be in the same plane, if you want to think about it that way. So you want to, the back being straight more so comes from that lower back. You want to, it's like a string pulling you from the top, I think is how Anita has described it in previous weeks. Anita or Shruti has. So you want that to pull yourself up to keep your back straight versus popping your chest out and having your elbows back. That's just a general tip for everybody that can happen when we're trying to be straight. Okay, we're gonna do second speed one more time. Okay, so again, everyone sit in aramundi. Okay, good. Dalangu takadimi takatadingi natum te ya te ya te ya te ya te. Again, te ya te ya te ya te ya te. Okay, good. We are going to now actually move on to the second one. We're going to introduce the second one today, and then next week we'll combine the two and do it a little bit faster. Since we have 10 minutes, we'll finish up in the next 5 minutes or so. So we have a little bit of time to chat at the end. Okay, so the second one, again, so in a series, there's usually more than one. This is the second tattadavu, and tatta is to stamp, and adavu is the series. The second one, all you're going to be doing is, it's quite simple. We did one on the right and one on the left before. You're going to do two on the right and then switch to two on the left. So still when you're stamping, it's an exact same technique. You want to put the exact and same amount of effort in each stamp on one side. It's not like one stamps more than the other. Both of them are very equal in the amount that you're stamping. Okay? If you want to just give a quick thumbs up that that kind of made sense. Good. Okay, cool. So we'll try that one more time and we'll start from first speed again. If any confusion, just watch Anita once, but I think once you see it once, it'll make a little bit more sense. Okay, so everyone in aramundi again? Perfect. Okay. Dalangu takadimi takatadingi natum te ya te ya te ya te ya te. Again, te ya te ya te ya te ya te. Good. Okay. We will try second. Something I didn't mention for the first one that I think is also applicable when you're practicing at home, try to keep your chin up and your eyes forward. It'll help you kind of with your posture as well. And it's just good to practice. I know nobody's probably watching you. You're just in the comfort of your home, but it's good to just keep practicing that, keeping your chin up and looking forward. It's easy to have a tendency to look down at your feet when you're dancing. So let's try that one more time, two on each side again, and I'll say it a little bit faster. Everyone, when I see everyone in the aramundi, I'll begin. Okay, cool. Dalangu takadimi takatadingi natum te ya te ya te ya te. Again, te ya te ya te ya te. Again, te ya te ya te. Ya te ya te. Again, te ya te ya te ya te ya te. Okay, I didn't give you a warning, but that was a little bit longer than what we did earlier. So nice hanging in there and keeping everything that you were previously. Okay, Shruti, do you have anything to add in?
Just as a correction, like when you guys are kind of like tapping your feet, don't put your full body weight towards the side that you're tapping so that it tends to sway your body. So try to kind of like maintain your balance and posture and just try lifting your legs. It's okay if you're not able to kind of like lift it fully, but just kind of like start tapping from a low level, but maintain the posture. That's all I wanted to add in.
Yeah, that was good. Okay, I think we're going to, if everyone is good for the day, I think we're going to end with Namaskaram again. And then we'll chat a little bit at the end. Any questions before we move on? Maybe give a thumbs up if you're ready to go on. If you have a question quickly, you can unmute yourself. Okay, cool. I'm getting a thumbs up. Okay, so you can keep Anita pinned for Namaskaram. I will do it myself with her, so I will be speaking, but you can keep her pinned, and that's good. Okay? So bring your hands to your chest, similarly to how we did it earlier. Okay, in 3. Talangu taka dimi taka tadigina tom taka dimi taka janu 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 ta. Okay, good job, everyone. One thing, kind of the aramundi exercise we did today, that transitioning coming from up to all the way to the ground, that'll really help you with that. So if you feel like you're still, Namaskaram has a lot of really good basic elements. So when you're doing Namaskaram at the beginning and the end of class, if you're noticing different things that you're struggling with during our exercises, you can make sure to do extra work on those or pay attention to those ones. But it's good because it includes and incorporates a lot of really basic steps within it. Okay, if we don't have any questions, we can all come to the front. So did everyone have fun?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any questions for any of us for both ballet and Bharatanatyam?
No, I just had a super appreciation. This is the first time I'm doing both ballet and Bharatanatyam. I used to just watch, and it never, I could never feel it was easy, but when I was doing it for the first time today, it is so excruciatingly painful. Oh.
Yeah, I'm really glad you joined. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. My thighs are aching too. I think I had a good exercise in the 30 minutes.
Good, yeah. You should probably feel the day after.
The day after both times I did it before. So.
Definitely.
That's good.
I have newfound respect for all the classical dancers. Really. Oh my God.
Well, I hope you guys continue to join us and come back next week. And if at any time, I think this has been a general question that I think we've gotten. If at any time you miss a class, feel free to come in a few classes too. We will always be reviewing a mix of basic plus a little bit of intermediate. We'll be sprinkling in there as we go. And then through SAATH on their YouTube channel, all of the videos will be available. So you can always go back and review if you really feel like, oh, I missed a class and I did want to do it. But that shouldn't hinder you from coming back week after week. So we'd love to see you back, even if you can't attend every week. I
used last week's video because I was to practice like after Zoom that I did.
Yeah, that's great. Jackie, Kristen, Anita, and Shruti, any other things that you want to add in for any of the styles and just to finish up?
Announcements. We have a few announcements.
Yes.
Are we ready to go on to that? Okay, so tomorrow night, we have our very own Sanita, who is on this call right now, teaching 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on SAATH's YouTube page. She'll be teaching a few different folk styles, I believe, for our choreography class. And then Saturday morning, we have our JC HIT class. Sunday morning, we have our yoga class, our beginner yoga class. So you have all your workout needs are covered by SAATH. So check out our YouTube page and saathmn.org for more information on that. Also, if you really like this class or you really like SAATH and you want to, if you're able to donate, we would really appreciate your donations. So you can do that at saathmn.org/donate. And then I I think the final thing and the most exciting is that SAATH is hosting Gaido, Great Indian Dance-Off, online this year. For those of you who don't know, Great Indian Dance-Off, or Gaido, as we more familiarly call it, is a 30-second March Madness style, bracket style dance-off, and where teams from all over with all different dance backgrounds come and compete in a 30-second dance-off. It can be any dance style. It just has to be set to Indian music. It's my favorite event we do this year, because it is, to me, the sort of embodiment of what SAATH is a lot of different people coming together and celebrating our differences and culture through dance. So if you would like to participate, we definitely need more participants. So please, you can find out more information on all of SAATH's social media sites, and you can visit our website, saathmn.org/Gaido, G-I-D-O. So I really encourage you to do that and check out we have a little bit of different rules because of it being on an online setting. So please, please, please check that out. We would love to see you dance.
Also, there's a cash award of $500 to win.
Yes, that too, the most important part. If you win, $500.
Yeah, I would second Jackie. It's really exciting because I think being online this year just opens it up to a lot of possibilities. And, if dancing on stage is something that kind of is a little scary, this is great because it can be you and the camera, and it's just going to be a different, So I also definitely encourage people. It's a lot of fun.
Kristen, you should do it with Hazel. It'll be so fun.
Dance together?
Yeah, you should all dance with your daughters.
She was so cute. She would watch Anjali on the video and then turn around and make sure I was doing it too. Oh, and then she was saying the final word. The taka demi taka janu. She'd say nu every time.
I'm glad she's learning.
Me too.
Okay, looks like it's 8 p.m. Anybody else have any last words? Divya, Kristen, Jackie, Anita, Shruti, or any questions from anyone?
No, I look forward to seeing everyone back next week.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. I'm glad you all had fun.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for teaching.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.